Did you also get an email like this? A very long email that explains all the changes that they've made to Soleil. I bet a lot of you were like, too long, didn't read. Well, that's what I'm here for. I am going to be bringing a simplified version of this mail to you guys today, explaining to you exactly what's changed in the quickest and simplest way possible. Let's go and have a look together. Hey guys, Pokemon here, bringing you another News Corner video. And in today's video, we're going to be going through the season event itself, Soleil 2.0. We have almost finished the season's eve, and we are about to go into Soleil. So I thought it would be a good time for me to quickly shoot through this, explain to you the changes in a concise way so that you can understand it and you don't have to read this hell of a long email that they sent off to everybody. Sorry to interrupt you there, Pokey. Hi guys, sorry, future me here quickly. Remember this thing? Well, they haven't actually mentioned if they have made it a little bit easier to defeat than last time. Last time we faced it, do you remember this happened? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You shall not pass!
That looked like a lot of damage. Well, hopefully they've improved that. We'll have to just wait and see. Back to, well, me. Right, so we're going to actually zoom into the actual email itself quickly. There we go. And here we go. So I'm just going to run through this very, very quickly. Season's Eve itself is shorter. You would have experienced this by now. They've also improved the rewards in the Season's Eve. You can see the rewards are improved. I didn't really find personally an issue with the rewards for the first Season's Eve, so I'm happy that they're even better than the last one. So that's awesome. Then within Soleil 2.0 itself, these are the big changes. Number one, you have this new ability where your R4 or R5 will be able to hit this sort of big red button that prevents anybody from attacking you and from you attacking anybody.
All right, stop, collaborate, and listen.
So this comes in handy when you are being heavily targeted, for example, or all your towers are being attacked by somebody. You can hit the button. Their attacks will stop immediately, be sent back to their castles. If you are attacking, your troops will be stopped immediately and sent back to your castles. You can't build any buildings during this cooldown or this peacetime sort of thing, simply because what you're saying is that we're going to withdraw from combat completely, or from we kind of withdrawing from the event whilst we recover sort of concept. Now, this is very risky in my opinion, simply because if somebody gets to the gate, for example, you've got two kingdoms going for the gate, and one just happens to put a tower there 1 minute before the other one does, and they hit the big red button, the other kingdom can no longer compete for that tower. Or for that gate, should I say.
You can't touch this.
So it depends on how long the piece lasts with this function and what is the cooldown period before you can use it again. If the piece lasts for, say, an hour and you have a 24-hour cooldown or a 12-hour cooldown, then fine, not a problem. But if it is hit the big red button and until you release the big red button, nobody can attack you, it's going to be a problem. But unfortunately, we'll only know when we actually get into the event. The next thing to take note of is that the cooldown timer, the 24-hour cooldown timer, is gone. That means you can hip and scop and hit and jump and go all over the place, any alliance you want, whenever you need to. You can go to your farms, you can do your farming, you can come back to your main account, you can come back to Soleil, you can jump out and go to Firelands and Netherfall and jump back in. Whatever the case might be, that cooldown period is gone, thank goodness. Next up is they're going to give us free cross-area teleports each day. So you'll be able to get from one side to the other without having to constantly be spending gold. So that does help out a lot in terms of people who want to be fighting, for example, and that sort of thing. And this last Soleil event cost a lot of people a lot of gold. So this is just one of the ways that they are reducing the amount of gold that you're going to have to spend in the game to actually participate. One of the biggest things that they're changing is the limit to the number of towers in an area. If you played Soleil 1.0, you would have noticed that the second a tower was put to block you, the kingdom or the alliance that did that would be able to place up 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 towers in the amount of time it took you to demolish just one of their towers. So once they got there was no way to get rid of them or to get through them. So what have the development team done? They've limited the number of towers that can be within any given area. If they try to place another tower, it will be invalid and it just won't work.
Guess who's back? Back again.
The Tower Assaulter, that little mage that pops up, and if you beat him, you get those grain silos. He was fantastic in the last one. He was so good, in fact, that they've actually extended him through the entire duration of the event itself. So from beginning to end, you'll be able to assault these guys and get those grain mills that you can pop up, and you can do 3 marches, I think it was. Each march gets 1 million food sort of thing. So that is there, and is there for the entire period, which is fantastic. Added daily resurrection coins. So what they're doing is every day you can complete tasks and get resurrection coins, and you can utilize those to heal your troops that have been killed, for example. Now, does this mean that the season hospital is being removed? I don't know. No mention of a season hospital has been made, so it probably will still be there, and this is just something on top of it. But I honestly have no idea as we stand now. Attacking enemy alliance buildings can be sped up. In Soleil 1.0, no matter what you attacked, you couldn't do any speed ups. Now you can attack fortresses and towers and things like that by utilizing speed ups, but that means your opponents can do that also. So bear that in mind. When you place a tower, they can speed up from wherever they are and attack your tower potentially. Obviously within territory touching and things like that. We interrupt your regular viewing pleasure for this important bulletin. This just in. Our top Patreon supporters are Red and We Free Men. Thank you very, very much from the bottom of my the bottom of my heart. It is truly appreciated. If anybody else out there is looking to become a Patreon supporter or support this channel in any other way, the links to Patreon and the Discord server are down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now we return you to your regular viewing station. Demolishing towers is now much faster. It is quicker to demolish a tower. We were having the problem where we couldn't demo a tower in the amount of time it took your opponents to build 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 towers. So now they can't put as many towers, and it's quicker to demolish a tower. So we're going to have to see just how well this plays out or not, and if that big red button becomes a bigger issue than the towers were in the first place. There's going to be a daily capacity on Alliance crystals that can be gathered. So what happens is you as a player and your Alliance can only gather so many crystals every single day. Once again, limiting the number of towers that your opponents or yourself can actually place at any given time. Points adjustment for the castles and such, and less for troops. Right, so effectively when you were capturing the castles and you held the castles, you got points, but they weren't enough to make enough of a difference to actually warrant people to go after the castles, sort of thing. Now they're trying to make it where you want to go after the castles and a little bit less about just killing troops. You're going to get less points for killing troops, and you're going to get more points for capturing castles, holding buildings, and things like that. Improved rewards across the event itself, which is something we were asking for desperately. The amount of time that we were committing to the event itself has been shortened, which is fantastic, but the rewards have also been improved, which is also going to be good. Depending obviously on what rewards are going to give us. Once the event starts, we can see exactly what those are, but hopefully between the shortening of the event and the improving of the rewards, it makes Soleil 2.0 worthwhile to actually participate in, where a lot of people left after a week or so. Maybe everyone sticks around till the end.
You only have 24 hours.
Abandoning times for buildings is now set to 24 hours as a flat rate. Whether it's a fortress, whether it's a tower, irrespective, 24 hours in order to abandon a building. The cross-region march is slower, so if you are marching from your area into another area, it's going to take longer to get there. Again, the idea is for you to teleport out there, utilize those free teleports, so you start utilizing gold, but teleport out there, attack people, and come back. But all of this hinges on this last thing that they've added to the game called Battle Frenzy. Now, this Battle Frenzy is quite interesting. It says that once you declare an attack, that's all you have to do is declare an attack. Bear that in mind. Once you declare attack, your stronghold goes into Battle Frenzy. What that means is that for a certain amount of time, undisclosed as yet, I'm assuming 30 minutes, for a certain amount of time, you will not be able to teleport back to your territory, and you will not be able to put up a shield. What does this actually mean? This is similar to Kingdom Raid, where you go out there and you attack somebody. You are not going to be able to put up a shield. Now, Kingdom Raid is 30 minutes, but it doesn't stop you from teleporting somewhere else. You can random teleport, for example. Now, bear in mind, your opponent could have teleports built up, and he could still teleport within the area or utilize a random teleport and go somewhere else, but he can't run back to his territory. So if you are on the lookout for him, if he does attack you, for example, he or she, they attack you and they teleport, look around the area, they might have just scrolled sideways quickly and used a normal teleport, in which case you might be able to catch them. You might not. How long is this cooldown? We don't know. I'm assuming it's 30 minutes where you won't be able to put up a shield or go back to your territory. But again, only once the game actually starts, or once the season actually starts, will we know for certain. Right, so that's this entire email in a nutshell, as briefly and as simply as I could put it. Right, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you feel that anything has changed for the good or anything has changed for the bad, drop your comments down below. I'm very curious. Are you excited to see these changes? Are you excited to now go into Soleil 2.0? Or are you still not quite happy with Soleil itself? Or are you tentative and just waiting to see how it goes? Drop your comments down below. Let's have a discussion. I'm very curious to have your opinions. Personally, I am looking forward to it. I think these are good changes that they've made. We actually created a video after the first Soleil event, and I'll link a card up in the top that you can see, where we made a list of the issues with Soleil and what they needed to fix, and almost every single item on that list has been addressed. So I'm very happy. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope to see you on the battlefield. Hopefully, though, we get better pairings this time. That's all I can say. KOA dev team, please improve your pairings. That's something that desperately needs to happen. Last time we sitting with, I think it's just under 10 SH40 plus accounts sort of thing. And the smallest opponent we had, the smallest one had 30 plus SH40 pluses. And the biggest one had over 50 SH40 pluses. So let's see if we can get a better pairing this time. That'll be fantastic. Otherwise, guys, if you like the KOA content that I provide, if you like this video in any way whatsoever, please hit the like button. It helps me out tremendously. And then don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so that you can know whenever I upload a new video or I give you updates, or I might find breaking news, for example, and you can be the first to hear about it. Until the next video, guys, be good, be well, and be safe. Bye.